Hi everybody, our lesson today is past continuous. So here we have this text. We will try to read it and find the form of present continuous. Okay, so we have the other day I visited the Smiths. They were so busy that they didn't answer the door quickly. Mr. Smith was reading his favorite newspaper while his children were playing chess. I will repeat again. The other day I visited the Smiths. They were so busy that they didn't answer the door quickly. Mr. Smith was reading his favorite newspaper while his children were playing chess. So here we have this sentence. Mr. Smith was reading, okay, which means he was in the middle of reading. He had not finished reading. Okay, so I will repeat again. Mr. Smith was reading, which means he was in the middle of reading. He had not finished reading. Then we have this sentence also. Children were playing, which means they were in the middle of playing. They had not finished playing. Okay, so here children were playing means they were in the middle of playing. They had not finished playing. Okay. So here we will try to extract the form of past continuous. For the form of past continuous, here we have verb to be, okay, plus verb plus ing. So verb to be in simple past. Okay, so we have verb to be in simple past plus verb plus ing. So this is the form of past continuous. So in this table I will try to present to you the negative form, the affirmative form and negative form and the interrogative form of past continuous. And here we have singular and plural. For singular affirmative we can say I was reading, you were reading, he was reading, she was reading, it was reading. Then for plural we have we were reading, you were reading, they were reading. I will repeat again. Affirmative form. For singular we have I was reading, you were reading, he was reading, she was reading, it was reading. So look here, all the time we have verb to be in simple past. Was, were, was plus verb read plus ing. Okay, then we have the plural form. We have we were reading, you were reading, they were reading. Okay, the same thing. So here we have verb to be were plus verb read plus ing. Read plus ing, read plus ing. Okay, now let's go to negative form. So for negative form we have here for singular we have I wasn't reading. So here we can say either I was not reading or I wasn't reading. You weren't reading or you were not reading. He wasn't reading, or we can say also he was not reading. She wasn't reading or she was not reading. It wasn't reading or it was not reading. Okay, so the same thing here we have verb to be, the form of verb to be in simple past. Was not, were not, was not, and was not. Plus verb read plus ing. Okay, so here read plus ing, read plus ing, read plus ing, read plus ing, and also here we have read plus ing. So I repeat again. I wasn't reading, you weren't reading, he wasn't reading, she wasn't reading, it wasn't reading. Now for plural, here we have we weren't reading. We can also say we were not reading, you weren't reading, you were not reading, they weren't reading, or they were not reading. So here we have verb to be in simple past plus verb read plus ing, read plus ing, and also here we have read plus ing, and all the time we have verb to be in simple past plus verb plus ing. Now let's move to interrogative form. So for interrogative form, here we have for singular we can say was I reading. So look, here we have was I reading, were you reading, was he reading, was she reading, was it reading. Okay, so look, here we have verb to be was, were, was. So here we have verb to be in simple past plus subject I, you, he, she, it, plus verb read plus ing, read plus ing, read plus ing, read plus ing, and here we have also read plus ing. Now we can move on plural. So for plural, here we have were you reading, were we reading, were you reading, were they reading. So here we have were, verb to be, were, verb to be in simple past plus subject. We have we, you, they, plus verb read plus ing. So that's it for the three forms of past continuous, which means affirmative, negative, and interrogative. Okay, now we will try to do some exercise. Okay, so the exercise that we have here, we have give the right form of the verbs. Okay, so I will read this text. So we have when I walked into the post office yesterday, several people busily type, some talk on the phones, the boss yell directions, and customers wait to be helped. One customer yell at secretary and wave his hand. Others complain to each other about the bad service. So here we will try to put all the verb that we have here in past continuous. So here we have the verb, here we have the type, because basically is an adverb. Then we have talk, then we have verb yell. Okay, and also here we have verb wait and the verb yell, another verb yell. Then we have verb wave and the verb complain. So we will try to put all these verb in past continuous as to remember. So the form of present the form of past continuous, the form of past continuous is verb to be in simple past plus verb plus ing. So all these verbs we have here, we will try to put them in past continuous. Okay, so I wish that you will do this exercise. Okay, so now let's go to the answer of the exercise. So for the answer of the exercise, here we have give the right form of the verbs. So here we have when I walked into the post office yesterday, several people were busily typing. So look, here we have verb to be in simple past, and busily here is an adverb plus verb type plus ing. So were busily typing, some were talking on the phones. So here were talking. Here we have verb to be in simple past plus verb talk plus ing. So were talking on the phones. The boss was yelling directions. So here we have the boss was yelling. So we have verb to be in simple past plus verb yell plus ing, was yelling directions, and customers were waiting. Okay, were waiting. So here we have verb to be in simple past, were plus verb plus ing, were waiting to be helped, were waiting to be helped. Okay, then we have one customer was yelling at the secretary and waving his hand. One customer was yelling at the secretary and waving his hands. Okay, so here we have was yelling, so verb to be in simple past plus verb yell plus ing, at a secretary and waving. Here we can say also and was waving. Okay, but to avoid repetition, was we write just waving, verb plus ing. But if you write, for example, and was waving, it's correct, his hands. Others were complaining, others were complaining to each other about the bad service. Here were complaining. So here we have verb to be in simple past plus verb complain plus ing to each other about the bad service. So thank you very much for your attention. Okay, and please don't miss our next lesson. So bye.